Hey, Browns Nation. How's it going, Dog Pound? Today, we're diving into a hot topic that's making waves, a real bombshell that could shake up our Cleveland Browns and the 2025 NFL Draft. So grab a beer, sit back on the couch, and let's chat about this sizzling rumor that's been floating around. The Dallas Cowboys, those guys from Texas, might be planning a monster offer to trade up in the draft and steal a player that's being called a unicorn by many analysts. And guess what? This directly involves our Browns. Before we start, make sure to hit that like button to support the channel, subscribe if you haven't yet, and let's interact in the comments. What do you think about this possibility? Will the Browns hold onto the position or give up a unique talent for a mountain of draft picks? Let's do this. It all started with analyst Rich Eisen, a legend in sports journalism, who dropped this gem on his show, The Rich Eisen Show. He brought up the possibility of the Cowboys eyeing a player who's considered a game changer, a guy who can play both sides of the ball, offense and defense, and transform any team. We're talking about a unicorn, an athlete so rare that he shows up once every generation. And according to Eisen, Dallas is willing to make an offer he called Godfather style, meaning one that's almost impossible to refuse. But why does this matter to us, Browns fans? Because, my friends, Cleveland is holding the second overall pick in the 2025 draft, a golden position. With the team in rebuilding mode, especially after a tough 2024 season, this pick could define the future of the franchise. And if the Cowboys want to move up from 12th, where they're projected, to the top, they'll have to negotiate with us. And man, this could mean a flood of picks for Cleveland in the draft. So let's break this down and see what's at stake, because this could change everything for our team. Are you ready, Dog Pound? Let's go. Although the player's name hasn't been confirmed in the rumor, the context strongly points to a guy being called the most unique prospect in the 2025 draft. And based on Eisen's description, it's someone who can play cornerback and wide receiver, a two-way player, something the NFL rarely sees. This type of versatility is what keeps GMs up at night and has fans dreaming big. Without naming specific players not on the Browns roster as requested, we can imagine the impact of a guy like that on our team. Just think. A player who could strengthen our secondary, already featuring stars like Denzel Ward, and give a boost to our offense, helping guys like Jerry Jeudy and David Njoku shine. It would be like winning the lottery twice in one day. But here's the big question. Do the Browns really need a player like this, or would it be better to trade the pick for a package of picks that could help rebuild the team at multiple positions? That's the question echoing in the mind of every Cleveland fan right now. So, drop a comment. Would you prefer a unicorn on the team or a bunch of picks to reinforce the roster? Now, let's talk about what's on the table, or at least what Rich Eisen thinks could be. According to him, the Cowboys would have to open the vault and offer a heavy package to convince the Browns to give up the second pick. To give you an idea, he compared this to what the San Francisco 49ers did in 2021, when they moved up from 12th to 3rd to draft a quarterback. In that trade, the Niners gave up 3 first-round picks and a third-rounder. 3 first rounds, folks. If the Cowboys want to do something like that, just imagine what Cleveland could get. Several first- and second-round picks, maybe even for a few years. This would give our GM, Andrew Berry, the ammunition to rebuild the team from scratch. From the offensive line to defense reinforcements, led by the monster Myles Garrett. But hold on. It's not that simple. Trading away such a high pick means giving up a talent that could be the face of the franchise for years. And let's face it, Browns Nation, we've been through so much. Disappointments, bad trades, tanking seasons. Is it worth risking losing a player who could be the next big icon in Cleveland? To understand the rumor, we need to take a peek at Dallas. The Cowboys had a forgettable 2024 season, with injuries, ugly losses, and an offense that didn't deliver as promised. Even with Dak Prescott returning in 2025, he's recovering from an injury, by the way, the team needs new pieces to compete in the NFC East, which is getting tougher with the Eagles and Commanders rising in strength. Eisen said something that makes a lot of sense. This is so Cowboys. They love making noise, grabbing attention, bringing in the biggest stars. And man, he's right. Dallas is that team that thrives on the spotlight, and drafting such a unique player would be the type of move that would put them in the headlines and pack the stadium with fans. But to do that, they need to convince the Browns, and that won't be easy because we're no fools. What do you think, Dog Pound? Do the Cowboys have the guts to offer something that would make Andrew Berry and Kevin Stefanski consider trading? Or are we going to hold tight and draft the guy who could change our history? Let me know your thoughts because I want to know what's going on in your heads. Now, let's get to the important part. What can Cleveland get out of this situation? As fans, we know the team is at a crossroads. After 2024, it's clear the Browns need reinforcements in several areas: offensive line, more wide receivers to support Judy, and maybe even a new playmaker on defense to complement Garrett and Ward. The second overall pick in the draft is a golden opportunity to bring in elite talent, but a trade could give us flexibility. Imagine this scenario. The Browns accept the Cowboys' offer and suddenly have 3 first-round picks in 2025 and some in 2026. With that, Andrew Berry could strengthen the offensive line. Protecting our quarterback, whoever that is in 2025, is a priority. A strong line works wonders, as we saw with teams like the Eagles. Bring more weapons to the offense. Jerry Jeudy is shining, but he needs help. Another wide receiver or a versatile tight end like David Njoku would be insane. Invest in young defensive players. Myles Garrett is the guy, but imagine adding another pass rusher or a linebacker who flies across the field. Our defense would be even more terrifying. On the other hand, holding on to the pick and drafting that unicorn could be the move that gets the Browns back to the playoffs. A player who can play on both sides of the ball could change the game. Literally, he could be the difference maker in tight games, something we missed in 2024. So, Dog Pound, what's the vibe? Are you in the hold the pick and draft the stud team or the trade for a bunch of picks and rebuild team? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this discussion is heating up. To understand the impact of this rumor, we need to look at where our team stands. 2025 is a crucial year for the Browns. After a 2024 season filled with ups and downs, injuries, and issues on offense, there's a lot of pressure to get back to the playoffs. Myles Garrett, who just signed a monster $205 million extension, is the cornerstone of the defense and more motivated than ever. Denzel Ward remains one of the best cornerbacks in the league, and Jerry Jeudy is showing he could be the WR1 we've always wanted. But there's still that something extra missing to make the team take off. Kevin Stefanski, our Coach of the Year, is a tactical genius, but he needs new pieces to work with. Andrew Berry, on the other hand, has already proven he's not afraid to make bold moves. Remember the trade for Elijah Moore. So this rumor of a massive trade with the Cowboys makes total sense in the current context. Berry could be thinking about stacking picks to build a deep roster, or he could be eyeing that player who'll become the face of the franchise. And you, Dog Pound, do you trust Berry and Stefanski to make the right decision? Or are you hesitant after some questionable choices in the past? Let's hear it as we wait for the 2025 draft, and it's scheduled for April, so there's still time. We'll be on this roller coaster of rumors and speculations. What we know is that the Browns are in a position of power. Holding that second overall pick is like having an ace up your sleeve. You can play to win now, or save it to build something even bigger in the future. If the Cowboys come through with an offer they can't refuse, Cleveland could come out as the big winner of this story with a bunch of picks to mold the team for the years to come. But if we decide to draft that unicorn, it could be the beginning of a new era for the Browns, with a player who will make First Energy Stadium shake every time he touches the ball. One thing's for sure, Dog Pound will be watching every move. So, let's stay tuned because this story is far from over. Before we wrap up, I want to hear from you, Dog Pound. This rumor is driving us crazy, huh? So, drop a comment. Do you think the Browns should trade the pick or hold firm and draft the unicorn? What position do you think the team most needs to reinforce in 2025? And just for fun, what would the Cowboys' offer have to be for you to say, deal? Don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends who are as crazy about the Browns as you are, and hit the bell so you don't miss any content. We're in this together, and 2025 is going to be epic for our team. That's it, Dog Pound. Let's bark loud and show the world that Cleveland is more alive than ever. Browns. See you next time, guys.